You cheat on a black girl, she's coming to your house, she's setting your door on fire, she keying your car, she's digging up your garden, she's breaking one of your windows. Listen.
That was a poem, blood. This is really good.
Try, you know.
Yep.
You gotta start from scratch.
Yeah.
Scratch this.
Definitely.
Like that.
Why have I heard that name a lot?
Because it's a common, like, that's that hate. Bro, listen, if you want a Haitian last name, just put a Jean at the end of it. Jean-Pierre, or, oh my God. It's time to move on to your brother, your cousin, maybe your dad.
How are you saying that?
Dad. Like, they be like, move, but they'll
Nah.
move on. They'll be like, okay, I'm gonna move on, but they'll move on to hurt you.
My name is Tayla.
What's your age?
I'm 18 years old.
Where are you from?
I'm born in the UK, but my grandparents are from Jamaica.
Do you speak any languages?
No, just English.
What comes to your head when you think about culture?
So I think of Jamaica like the island originally, but I don't know. Initially, what did I think of? I mean, you've got the celebrities associated with the culture. You've got the lively music, the reggae, the stuff like that. I generally feel like an upbeat vibe, but what I most associate with it is when I went back home about a couple of years ago, and just like a chilled holiday. I wouldn't really say I associate much with my culture now.
My name is Bruno.
What's your age?
I'm 19 years old.
Where are you from?
Portugal, but my fathers are Angolan. I speak Portuguese, Spanish and English. Yeah. When we talk about culture, it comes to my mind that we all came from different sides and different places. And it's beautiful the way we kind of mix it and we make everybody happy.
My name is Grace.
How old are you?
I am 19.
Where are you from?
I'm from Jamaica.
Do you speak any languages?
I speak, I'm learning Spanish and Mandarin, obviously English.
Yeah.
Patois, if you want to class that as a language. For me, carnival, colours, just like good vibes. Like when I went to Jamaica, everyone was just like happy and easygoing, good times. Yeah, and food. My culture to me, not sure. I can't lie, like I don't know like loads about my culture, but it's like I like to know that I know where I come from. It's nice for me to know that even though I live in England and stuff, I'm not from here, kind of thing. And where I'm from, it might not be as rich as here, but the mentality and the spirit is just so much better. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Hello, my name is Dariah.
How old are you?
I am 18 years of age. I'm originally from Haiti, but then I moved to another island called Turks and Caicos Islands.
Do you speak any languages?
Speak two, English and Creole, Haitian Creole. Culture to me is like the environment you grew up in, whether it's like when it comes to food, religion, like style, clothes, yeah, that's culture to me. My culture means like a lot. Even though I lived in Haiti for like 4 years, like to me it means everything, because like in the Caribbean I feel like it's not rated as much as it should be, so like if I had the power to, I'd like it to be up there, yeah.
Nah. My name is Ross Walcott, aka the Honey Bear. All right. Yeah, that's it. Ross Hayden Walcott. That's my middle name, Hayden. Yeah.
What is your age?
My age is 19 years old.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? England. But obviously, background, Barbados and St. Lucia. But my mum wasn't really born there. But she was nearly born there, but she was just born in London on some weird like pregnancy. Doesn't matter. I speak English I can sometimes understand St. Lucian patois. I don't know whether I understand it or I pick up the emotions, because it's usually anger, but I know it, but I can't speak it. I can speak it a little bit, but not really at all. Nah. When I think about culture, I think about, I don't know, it makes me think of interdependency. Like something you might think is of your culture really comes from another culture you didn't know. Or it's a mix of this culture and that culture. I know as a Caribbean, a lot of the stuff that is our culture is a mix of like West African culture and a bit of like Spanish and a bit of this, that, whatever. So, you know, it's a nice mix of stuff. My culture is identity, because we lack that as Caribbean people sometimes. We don't really, because of slavery and all that, we don't know exactly where we come from in Africa. So fully embracing the Caribbean, but knowing that in your name is Afro-Caribbean and Africa's our continent. So it's like this identity crisis thing, but you cling to what you can. So that's what I cling to, is my culture. And I love it.
My name is Myke Seymour.
How old are you?
I am 18 years of age. I'm from the Turks and Caicos Islands, but my parents are born in Haiti, so I cling to Haiti. I speak one language fluently. I dabble in Creole, Haitian Creole. I speak a bit of Spanish, I know a bit of French, and I can understand a bit of Japanese. What my culture means to me is my pride, because being a Haitian kid, we grew up always prideful, and we have a lot of love for our people, because our culture is our way of life and everything we do. So it resides in us, so we carry that with a heavy heart. So my pride to me, my culture to me means everything, to be honest. Well, when I think about culture, I think of a way of life of a certain people, of how they do things, of what they do, like what is the world to them. When I think of culture, it makes me think about my people, to be honest, because we're prideful in our culture. You know us, Sakpa, Sinapo, ladies, Opam people, Haitians, you know how we go. That's what culture is.
Do people understand your culture?
I think when I was at like a predominantly white school, people didn't understand my culture, and like maybe the foods I ate or the way I was brought up, or just stuff like when they talk about people going around to your house, it wasn't as like commonly accepted. I wouldn't really go around to people's houses, but when I moved to a different school that's more culturally diverse, I mean, people understood my culture and a lot more, and there's other people that had the similar culture to me, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same, because I went to like a white school as well, and yeah, it was just brought differently. But as I come to uni, I think more people accept and like understand my culture, but I'm mostly around like Africans. So even though we're like similar in ways, there's like other things that are different.
The most common stereotype is more the fact we do drugs, like Marouane in particular. We're into
body riders.
Okay, I was gonna say yeah, maybe the music like bashment and dancehall that we all, I mean, around that. But yeah, I feel like the one that offends me the most is probably like either that I do drugs, like if they ask me how I'm from, they ask me have you done weed, like, you know, like I have to, or I think they assume that I'm not clever and that I'm a fast runner, like I'm gonna be bolt like everyone else. That's
true.
another one. That's for me anyway.
For me, it's pretty much the same really, and like, I think we just eat like proper weird food, and it's just like, what? You eat fish and chips, like, shut up. Yeah, pretty much the same.
What comes to your head when I say the word roadman?
Roadman. Definitely a black person. I think we have the stereotype of that. It'll have a man bag up here, probably got weed in them, but probably get stopped by the police.
Bomber jacket.
Yeah, they won't be able to speak like English that's like correct, so like with the correct grammar, use a lot of slang, gangs, swearing.
Nike.
Yeah, a lot of branded clothes.
What about ghetto?
Once again, I think you think of black people.
Yeah.
With me now studying America, I think of like ghettoisation and all the African Americans being moved into the ghetto, so as to get rid of them out of the suburbs altogether. Poor conditions, more crime, more violence. Not really.
Especially, sorry.
No, go, okay.
Especially like in society, you think like braids, hoop earrings, like always angry aggression, just like doing the most all the time.
Yeah, definitely not positive connotations of the
No.
word. So, no. More when I was younger, so when I was at like, once again, my predominantly white school, they'd ask me a lot, yeah, I could touch hair, what do they feel like? Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so soft, or oh, your hair's different today. Yes, it is.
Yeah, they'd ask if it's your hair, if it's braids, or, yeah.
When like, they call braids dreads. Like what?
Understand my culture. Well, my culture, technically, like the main one that I have in my head is Afro-Caribbean British culture, so like black British culture. And I think it's understood to a degree because it actually is the source for most of the mainstream culture in Britain. So everyone, you know, if you're there talking what they think is slang, a lot of the time is actually patois. A lot of the things that they might say, yeah, and you think that's how chaps talk. That's how my nan talks. Don't say chap talk like that, 'cause that's rude. But then they understand quite a lot, like a lot of the clothes that we wear, even the colours. I'll see people that 1 minute they're cussing black people, next minute you're rocking the red, gold and green. What are you doing there, fam? You know what I'm saying? Understand yourself. But yeah, so I think there's an understanding, but there's a lack of understanding where it comes from. It's weird, like they understand it without realising they're a part. In fact, they don't understand it, but they partake in it, weirdly enough, which is kind of abusing it a little bit, but I ain't mad fun. Keep repping from back, so yeah. Bye.
Yeah, me, so since I'm Portuguese and Angolan by my parents, so I would say Angolan people, when it came to Portugal, they like mixed all that culture, and we can say 50% of Portugal are Angolan because of us. Let's say like that, yeah, because of us. There is things that didn't exist, and when we came, we changed, and we make it funny, let's say, yeah. So, yeah, I think they now understand it. Now they understand it because a few years ago, it was just racism and shit, but yeah, they understand it.
Is there any stereotypes linked to your culture?
Hell yeah, bad stereotypes. What you mean, man? Like so many. Yo, like, okay, the Caribbean, so let me put it like this, right? You can say to someone now, I'm Caribbean. A girl, alright, man, then I might say to a girl, I'm Caribbean. Boom! Straight, you're, can we swear? You're a fuck boy. You're this, you're that, boom, straight off being Caribbean. Do you know what I'm saying? They ain't giving me a chance, man. And then I can't even argue with them because 80% of the Caribbean men I know are fuck boys. Even when to 80 years old, they continue. I'm looking at them like, fam, stop. Anyway, so stereotype, but it's kind of true, but it's not true. You shouldn't stereotype me off it because I'm a good person. But then crime, obviously stereotyped by police, nightclub bouncers, can't get in and try go Deansgate, fam. I'll go Deansgate dressed to the nines, fam. They won't let, sometimes they don't let me in. Club Live, Bun Club Live, they will never let me in, ever. And if I get famous and them thing there, they'll try to let me in. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm saying no. But yeah, all of that, Caribbean, even within the Caribbean, there's a assumption that they think Barbados, yeah, we eat monkeys, we don't eat no monkeys, right? No one does that, just crazy people. But, you know, there's always going to be stereotypes. That's what we do. We prejudge, and that's how we live life and label. Just have to have conversations with people and find out what's the truth in that. What about you, fam?
Yeah, bro. You said it right, man. There's loads of things of stereotype to say, but basically you said everything. I used to live this life as well. Yeah, it's basically the same. Minha família, para mim, é tudo que eu tenho na vida.
Screech.
So, when I say the word family, what comes to your head?
Lodi famille, je pense de Kem, je pense de moun m'reme, bagay kon sa, but y gen moun yo pense famille c'est moun qui sont, but moi c'est famille c'est moun ou ta fait ken pa bagay pour li.
Oui.
yon moun ta mouri pou li, yon moun kon sa paske il gen kek fami, c'est pas fami yo ye.
Yeah.
C'est moun ki vle wè mal pou.
Oui.
So, lèm pense de fami, m di, c'est moun yo keme la.
Yeah.
Konnen, c'est ça, m pense c'est fami. Et ou?
Let me say the family, like it's the same thing that you said, like it's not like it's not your blood, but like who looks out for you, type of thing. It's like who you grew up with, like who has your best interest, who has your back, because some people they're your family by blood, but the way they treat you is not the way someone who's your family is meant to treat you.
Yeah.
When I say the word roadman, what do you think?
Ouais, ça c'est un sanguinaire. Yon ti bag avant. Ouais, l'on dit moi comme ça, boy, yon ti garçon qui a 18 ans, 18 ans pour 20. Quand il y a une jacket comme ça sur lui, but m'a dit ça dans la vidéo même, but vous connaissez. Il y a sell drug bag comme ça. Yon nèg sans laver, yon sanguinaire.
Same thing, like basically specific age range, like the black top. Sorry about that. The black top, sell drugs as well. Yeah. Just basically walks about with his hand in his pants.
Sans laver.
Yeah, no life, basically. Yeah, that's what I think of.
Kote m grandi. Pou ki sa roun ba ou manti, kote m grandi.
Facts. Yeah.
Kote m grandi se ghetto yele.
Where though?
Se ghetto ye.
Where was it? Where was it?
Non Turks.
No, Kote.
Oh, Blue Hills. Demara. Boy, ça c'est.
Yeah, definitely.
Ça c'est un petit ghetto, yeah, ouais. L'autre ghetto c'est kote m grandi, mais tout le monde pense ghetto c'est bagay qui mal, bagay comme ça, bagay ouais. Il gen bagay qui mal là-dedans, but il gen comment moun blanc dit même potential. Il gen pile potential là-dedans.
When it comes to the word ghetto, I feel like it's just like what people, it's like a man-made, how can I say, like, I feel like it's what people say it is. Like, I feel like it's not really a ghetto, but because like it's not what someone else is used to, they perceive it as being ghetto. So like to us who's like grown up there, we might not see it as a ghetto, but then because the outsiders, like they're not used to the environment, they call it a ghetto. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Black women, I'm joking. No, black women, like I think on the part, I think everyone gets used as a tool within this system. And I think in some ways, black women are being used as a tool within it, that certain situations that happen, like let's say for instance, okay, cool. Having a kid, then a divorce, especially in America, it's swayed towards the black woman getting the kids. Then she uses the kids as a weapon. The black man can't raise the kid. Sometimes they don't want to. I know them situations. Sometimes they can't, and I've seen it. Using it as a weapon, part of the breakdown of the black family. And it's fed this, not all I see from black women, but a lot of what I see, and vice versa, for some reason over the years has been hate towards each other. Black men are trash. Black women are aggressive. You know what I'm saying? This breakup in it. And I think that's toxic in our community.
I think, I think society has definitely impacted the way like black men and black women like see each other and stuff. I personally, because I can only speak for myself, like I don't think black men, okay, all men are trash in it, like it's one of them ones, but it's not like only black men are trash, because it's one of them where it's like cheating or this or that, it goes on every community, it goes on every race. So I don't really like do that kind of thing, but I know that I am more attracted to black men, and I want that black family growing up. And women who use their kids as tools against the men and stuff, when they do want to see them and stuff like that, they're wrong, obviously. But I think it's just a way of, like, when people do things, they do things on what they control, and also they control them kids, or they control the kids. So because they control the kids, they use that against the man, whereas because maybe the man didn't love them or something like that, and they can't control the man, but they control something that the man loves. So it's not right, but that's what people do in life. Yeah, we have an issue with it. It's annoying when it's like you see a fine piece of chocolate and then some like dead partner, but loving it.
Yeah, love is love, but I think the problem can be when your answer for dating outside your race is something to do with a hatred towards your race or someone in your race. A lot of black boys I know, instead of just being like, okay, I prefer white girls, Latina girls, Indian girls, it's always, why do you like, why are you with her, not a black girl or whatever? They might just be like, oh, these black women, and it's like, fam, you didn't have to go straight into cussing black women. You could have just, because I'm sure you still love your mother, I'm sure you still love your sisters and them. You have to go deeper than that sometimes and not just say, and I think it's a fashion thing sometimes. To right now, it's almost like black women aren't in fashion or whatever. And, you know, we can easily go out of fashion too. I'm chocolate. Fam, when light-skinned boys were in fashion, we was out. So I'm just saying. But we're coming back though.
Gender equality movement that's been pushing about, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, when did we ever say that you guys are not equal to us? When did we never treat you like you're not superior to us? Because as black men, we're supposed to raise our women as queens, if you know what I'm saying.
But a lot of the times, right, black men are really quick to judge black women, judge their hair, their looks, say, oh, you're this, you're too skinny, you're too fat, you don't look a certain way. Most of the time they pick white women, they pick mixed race women, they pick every other woman except from their own. And they always judge us, say, oh, we're too aggressive, we're too dominant, we're not submissive, all of that type of stuff. So you see where we come from?
Like, scratch being submissive. Like, aggressive, no. But y'all tend to take things too far. Because I know some people, they're all right. Like, say you cheat on a white person. You're not supposed to cheat, but, you know, supposedly you cheat on a Caucasian person. Yeah, they probably get mad at you, want to hit you. Yeah, you cheat on a Latina girl, she probably throw some food at you or something. You cheat on a black girl, she's coming to your house, she's setting your door on fire, she keying your car, she's digging up your garden, she's breaking one of your windows.
All right. But not all black women are like that, that's what I'm saying. Like, not all black women are like that. Some are just like, you know what, allow this, move on. But a lot of the times, though, like, black men, like, put us in that situation. They be like that. They be cheating. They be like stepping on all over you and everything. How do you expect me not to react that way?
And now she's like, move on, yeah. But most time they move on to your brother, your cousin,
your
dad.
How are you saying not to?
They be like, move, but they'll move on. They'll be like, okay, I'm gonna move on, but they'll move on to hurt you.
Yeah, but who are they sleeping with? Who are they sleeping with? With your friends, with your sister, with your best friend? They don't care. They'll chat to anything that's walking.
Now, is it my fault that someone you call best friend, someone you call family, would be capable of doing that with your own partner?
But am I in a relationship with them or am I in a relationship with you?
Very good question, you see.
Right, so we should be able to have that trust.
But still, it doesn't make up for what you guys do afterwards.
Why do it in the first place? If you didn't do it in the first place, it wouldn't have happened.
Sometimes, it's
if you wasn't feeling the relationship,
of Eve. Men are weak sometimes. We fall into temptation. We bit the apple because of you.
So how
the flesh is weak. The flesh craves sometimes. It's not our fault. Can we have the next question, please? We need to find ourselves. We need to find what we've lost as in our history. Because if you go back in the day and you actually see how it was harmony. And right now they're working to break this disharmony. One is trying to be superior than the other, even though scientifically we are superior, but still.
How y'all superior?
We're bigger.
What?
I said physically and scientifically we're superior.
Men are superior than women.
Creatures. I'm not saying men. I'm not saying men to
Oh,
women.
I was about to say.
I said I'm just saying men in general. We're superior. On top of the animal kingdom, on top of the pyramid, apex predator. Haru. Haru.
I think we should appreciate each other.
We do.
Definitely need to allow, because a lot of the times I think that men aren't able to express emotionally how they feel, or they have to act a certain way or be like tough, or not be able to have that raw just emotion, like it's okay for men to cry, it's okay for men to feel upset, to feel stressed. All of that is fine. And I think as women, we need to like break down that you need to be tough, you need to pay the bills, you need to do this. We need to work together, show them that we're here for them, that they've got a shoulder to lean on if they're going through some stuff. Like, we've got to be able to wipe them tears and to carry on. We need to build together, and that's how
I agree with that, but then some women take it too far. They take it to a point where they baby the guy. Yeah,
that you're not their mother. Like you got to remember that.
Exactly. So it's all with its limitations. It's always limitations. Having dreads, how does that affect your life?
I guess people just think of me a certain way. People just think that I'm aggressive. I guess sometimes I can be if someone's coming at me.
What do you mean coming at you?
Like, just, I feel like I'm being attacked. Not like physically, but just like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I guess people think that, I don't know, that I'm like, I don't know, to be honest.
Like a hipster, Afro-punk? They probably assume you can consume the marijuana, maybe?
Maybe.
That you're Jamaican?
Maybe. I am Jamaican, so.
Oh, what a coincidence.
No.
So, how much do you embrace your heritage of your Jamaican heritage?
I don't know.
Do you support the music?
Yeah.
Do you support the culture?
I guess.
In what ways? Through your artwork? Through what?
I guess through my artwork, recently, through my artwork, I've been trying to show growth within Black community. So I did a drawing of two women, and I don't know, I'm just trying to show growth and Black people being able to support each other and to be able to grow as a people. Like he said before, we don't work together, and I think that we should be able to work together, and I think that that should be shown, and that is something I really want to kind of express through my artwork. So, yeah. So,
as a Black people, how do you think about the way we dress now as in the young people? Do you like it, or do you think it's too loud? As in, they dress above what they have? As in, they just dress to impress?
Yeah. I think with a lot of people in the younger generation, we are very materialistic, so we do dress to impress. We do wear chains and whatever, and just to make it look like we've got money, or we're wealthy, or we're fine, but really it's just a show. I just think I'm mostly drawn to people who have kind of a grounded energy. I'm more drawn to people that are not like that are more chill. They just want to express themselves. They just want to be them. They just have their style, and they're not trying to. They don't let society kind of tell them what's beautiful and what isn't. They're not letting society tell them what to wear and what not to wear. They're kind of breaking out of that and kind of just going wherever they want to go with it. Mm-hmm.
So where do you think that stems from?
What do you mean?
Them trying to dress to impress and trying to look wealthier than they actually are.
I don't know.
Like, don't you think it's backlash from the hard-working days
Hardworking days.
when they had nothing?
Hardworking days. Man, we're still all like mentally enslaved. None of us are really emancipated mentally. We're all stuck, and we are like, some of us are trying, but we're getting pushed down, and it's sad because a lot of the young generation now are just getting lost, and we've got these role models like these artists and like Kanye West and just people that these children look up to, and they're not even like saying the right thing. They're not even trying to promote people, these young black youths to get education, not promoting them to be business people. All they're saying is kill people, rep like postcodes and all that type of stuff. Like, why? Like, I don't understand. This is where we're getting lost, because how are we as a people even like meant to like free ourselves if we can't like I don't know.
I've heard that your dad and also your nan is a vegan. And you used to be vegan until you met some very devilishly handsome black boy.
You.
But then, yeah. But does the veganism come from your religion or just a lifestyle that you chose to be healthier?
For me, I can't really talk for no one else, but for me, the time when I chose to become vegan was because of...
Period.
Shut up. It was because of health reasons, and I think with my dad as well, it's because of health reasons. Because as well, like meat now, a lot of it is injected with like hormones and chemicals and stuff, so it's not really healthy for your body. And as well, there was one thing that, like, I was sitting in the car with him, and I asked him, you know, why are you vegan? Like, why don't you eat meat? Why have you lasted like 30 years without eating meat? How? And he simply just said, I don't fuck with anything that cries, laughs, or feels pain. And that really just took me back, and I thought to myself, wow, like, these animals have been raised in a little cage, they've been killed, they're feeling pain, and when you slit their throat, that pain is like, it's an energy, and that energy, you're eating it, so you're eating pain, and that's why you get illnesses and spots and all that type of stuff, because of the energy that you're eating, because of the chemicals that you're putting in your body.
So, being a black person and hearing you speak of energy so much, are you religious?
Not really.
So, this energy talk, where does it come from? What is this energy you speak of? Is it like the Star Wars Force or something?
No. What do you mean?
Like, what is it? What is this energy that you speak of?
What do you mean?
Where do you get it from? What is it?
Well, energy's everywhere, isn't it? Everyone has a certain vibration. It's easy to feel. You can walk in a room and you can just feel the vibrations. You can feel the vibes just dead. You can feel the vibe ain't great. And I think as black people, we feel that a lot more. Like, as soon as you walk into the room and you feel like that vibe ain't great, you leave, because you ain't gonna stay there and you know that don't feel right. So kind of
like a sixth sense?
I guess so.
Oh. So, like, you're in tune with your chakras and them stuff, because I see you have a little stone on your neck.
Yeah, I guess so.
And where did you learn that from?
Where?
Yeah.
I guess family members.
So is it part of like the culture of like Jamaican people?
I wouldn't say all people.
Because like, for example, the Rastas, most Rastas only eat idle food. That's food which contains no meat and no salt. And they didn't do it for health, they did it for their religion, for the belief of Rastafarism. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing like pieces of the culture being spreaded, like that's why I was asking those questions, because like there's pieces of the culture that people who know about it, they still can benefit from it, but then because of it's so far varied, there's not many people who can really live the way they're supposed to live and treat their bodies the way the body's supposed to be treated. Because me myself, I love McDonald's. I'm in there almost every day. eating a Big Mac or two. And that's not good for me at all. But hey, I was born with a body of a goddess, so wait. I said goddess. Anyways, God is still sexy, so I don't even really care. I was born with the body of a goddess, yeah.
Before, about relationships and black women kind of going too far. And kind of going like too far and stuff. Like, what do you think? What is something that you think a black woman should take into consideration about black men that we don't?
Listen, most of my answers, they derive from the hard working days. We were deprived. We were left alone. Some resorted to bestiality. It's like, it's not our fault that sometimes we just lose ourselves. And I'm not saying all of us do. It's just them outliers that do sometimes. But it's really, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like I'd say 20% of the times is intentionally. But most of the times, it's just as soon as the little boy downstairs gets hard, the mind goes. The mind goes. As soon as that guy gets hard, the mind goes, and there you are. Just lost in feelings and sensations, and you can't really help yourself anymore. Yeah, so I know Seymour in a really Haitian last name in the Caribbean, but you see, right, my old miss Smart. So basically what she do is, yeah, so she was with my dad, got pregnant, then my dad cheated. But no, my dad cheating, yeah, is not all Haitian men cheat. That's just my dad. He just, you know, he's just, what do you call it in science? An outlier. Yeah, he's just an outlier. Know what I mean? He's one of them ones. And then, so, pregnant with me, single, you know my mom, she's sexy, so another guy came, even though she was pregnant, you know, another guy still came. They got married, he was a TI, I was born, stuck that last name to me. And ever since, everybody thought I was white when I went to school. You should have seen the look on their faces. Myke Seymour, black little dude come through, like, black, no, they'd be surprised to see him. Bro, especially when they came to England, yo. I'm talking about the teachers like, oh, we had a new student in class, Myke Seymour. Bro, I'm talking about all the light-skinned guys and be a white boy come through. When they see a little black dude walk through, little guys was happy. Happy. Yeah, that was happy. Best friend back in Turks, his name is Jim Fedson.
Is what?
Jim Fedson.
Jim Fedson? What?
Jim Fedson.
First name?
Yeah. And you want to know why his name is Jim Fedson?
Where?
So his dad's name is Jim Pierre, yeah? His mother's name is Fedleen, yeah? And Jim, Fed, and then there's
wow. Yo, Caribbeans do the most for that.
Jim Fedson. I know a guy named Sam Kelly. I know a guy named Ecclesias. Like,
yo, what?
Yeah. Like, I feel put under pressure because they don't expect too much from you, but at the same time, they still expect a lot from you. So it's not really fair. But, you know, as a black man, what can you do but work out and try, do good? And
a lot of pressure, and it builds up. That's when things happen. It's like a cycle. So you might not be a certain way.
Yeah.
You get treated like you're a certain way. I find myself, let's say I could be walking in the street. I'm a nice person, but because I feel like I'm taking on the identity that people are putting on me,
yeah.
So that I look a certain way. So then I feel like I'm supposed to be like that. It's weird. So I'm like, I'm walking along like this. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? I'm happy. Let me smile at somebody real quick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Rather than if I walk past if I didn't know you and we walk past each other, there's that little, I don't know how long it is where we go, am I gonna nod at this guy? Or are we gonna like fight with our eyes? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's weird. So every interaction is like pressure. And sometimes I want to smile at, like if I walk past an older white person, it's like a normal human. I just want to be like, oh, how you doing? But sometimes I've been aired so much that day off that I won't do it to the person that says it to me.
Exactly.
And now I feel like, oh, I've done the stereotype now.
Exactly.
By being that guy that goes, who are you talking to?
Exactly, yeah.
So it's like this constant, what position am I in? Can I just be myself? Yeah, definitely. Hard to be yourself, hard to express yourself, hypermasculinity, supposed to be a bad man all the time.
Like in this one, this is one thing like about being a black kid, yeah? Girls always saying, oh, they don't like the road guys or whatever, or they don't like a certain type of guy, they want a smart guy, whatnot. But when you see them posting up their crushes on stuff, it's Migos and them dudes blinged out, drugged out and stuff. I don't get what they want.
Exactly.
Like some girls, they want a guy that could have dreads, play guitar, like sing. I don't know. Like some girls just want too
Here's
much.
what a girl wants. This is what a girl wants, yeah. They want an educated roadman who's innocent but in
6 foot
jail
plus.
and sometimes hits people but sometimes go to church. And it's like, you want all of that?
Exactly.
So you're too nice or you're too bad or you're too this or you're too that. Or
So
slip up once, boom, fuck boy.
Gone.
And they'll blame it on Caribbean.
Exactly.
If we do Caribbean.
Don't even talk about being Caribbean because they think every Caribbean's a fuckboy. Like
They
they look
think
at us
that.
and like they think fuckboy.
Straight away.
But mostly you though, cause what? Look at you though.
Listen, yo, you know what? I don't help myself. When I got the
I know
eyebrow
you don't.
slits and all that
Do-rag.
thing, the do-rag, you know
Like
what I mean?
Like you lost it at the do-rag.
I lost it at every point, fam. That's why I can't even ask. My mom says to me, like, why do you have to go out like that? Police are looking at you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She does say that to me and I agree with her, like, but it's sad because then it's the cycle again.
Yeah.
I want to dress and be how I want to be, but how I want to be has now been criminalized.
Exactly.
So now it's this thing where, okay, pull up your pants, go out in a suit and tie, and then, but those people, they will duppy you as well. I say people will not duppy. They'll finish you as well. No matter how you try to come across, eventually someone's gonna, like you're gonna have that interaction where someone doesn't feel like you should be there, or you gotta tap dance your way through life.
Exactly.
And please everybody.
Yeah, and it's like the ones like, say if you don't want to dress how you want to dress, and you dress like how they expect you to dress, the people of Yo and Grace will think, why are you forcing it so hard? Why is he trying to be white? Know what I mean? Why are you trying to be what he's not?
Exactly.
There's always that double-edged sword, know what I mean? So it's tough being black out here.
Exactly. Your own people are like where you go to for allies, and I think black women might experience this as well because at least we nod at each other. A lot of black women I know say when they walk past another black woman, it's not often they don't know whether it can be a smile or not. They'll feel hostility, or black women that they don't know, they'll feel it. Whereas a lot of the time, if I walk past a black man, it's usually going to be a nod. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Not really like an indifference like maybe with them. But for either of us, we should at least be able to go home and feel protected.
No, I mean, yeah.
But as you can see in the news and stuff, okay, you got to worry, watch out for the police and the government, all them thing there.
Yeah.
Everyone, Babylon as usual, yeah. But now, when my mum would talk about stuff, yeah, she said, all right, when she was in London growing up, whatever, it was them versus the police.
Yeah.
And the skinheads and all them thing there.
Yeah.
Now it's us versus each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I said, when we walk past each other, I don't know whether you got something on me and you might think I'm an up or something and I'm dead from
Yeah.
you. So now I'm scared of you.
Because of these postcode wars. You know what I mean?
What do you think about the postcode wars?
I think they're dumb. Because you fight for what? M17? You die for M17. You don't even own M17. Your house is not your house on M17. You don't know why the name is road M17. You just know you can fight for M17 because you live there. What?
It's identity crisis
Like
again.
what?
When you feel all these youths that come here, they say in their raps or whatever, yo, I come from nothing. Nobody comes from nothing, especially us. Especially us, but you just don't know where you come from because no one ever taught you that. So if you don't know where you come from, then you're gonna have to claim something. And people are telling you left, right, and center, oh, you can't claim that, you're not really from here, or you can't claim this. And you're going back forever.
Yeah.
So it gets to a point where it's like, this road is mine, but I need to own something. It's like how first time somebody get money, I'll see people with designer, but I'd be like, bro, you're hungry. Do you know what I'm saying? Same time, more time you got kids, where are they? Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, where are your priorities? So it's like you cling to what other people will look at and go, nah, that's them. So it's not really for you, it's for the audience, like, oh yeah, so I look like this and I'm repping this, so it's blessed for me. But really, you're not fulfilled inside. No. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, it's just all materialism, because ain't nothing really sentimental inside.
Yeah.
Everything you just doing is putting on up front. Because once other people happy about what you got, and you see that, it gives you some fake sense of fulfillment.
Yeah. Sadly though, with this gang stuff, it is like everything we're caught in, it's a cycle. It's this thing that has not been ended. And like, let's say we've grown up in the same area, and I'm not involved, and they come take you. My option now is the police aren't gonna do nothing.
Nah.
And that's the route that we're all very uncomfortable with, no snitching, all them things there.
Exactly.
So now the option is we're gonna go retaliate. That's the only way my mind's gonna be settled.
Yeah,
what people find is when
obviously.
they do that, it don't end. So there's got to be another way, but it's hard to tell someone in that situation that, because we do it in wars. How can England ask us to do that, or America ask people to do that, when more times someone come do something to them, they go bomb the whole country and everyone's clapping? Same thing.
Exactly.
Get me? Human mindset, fam.
Listen, when it comes to music, yo, as soon as, well, for black people in once, they always think it's rap or reggae. That's it. Even though there's a bunch of good singers out there, there's a bunch of gospel singers, that never comes to mind first. And there's, even with the rap music though, there's still some iconic people out there that shed light on it, like who we really are. Like your boy Tupac, Kanye, Jay-Z, like they all have like certain things they help up with. And Jay-Z, like for once, Jay-Z's my boy, because you know what? He had this one line where he said, why all the black men love gold chains and big rings? Why? Because we come from kings? Know what I mean? He's trying to tell us, he's trying to show us where we come from, you know what I mean? He's just giving us that little hints. And he has to make it like a little hint, because if he says too much, his music ain't gonna get played that much. Know what I mean? So it's just one of them ones when they could do, but they can't really do that much.
Yeah, I think we're represented well in music, but like the music that represents us well isn't the music that gets pushed. So obviously everyone's making their own art. There's people everywhere saying their own truth. You just have to go find it. You have to be active. I hate when old heads want to say, yo, you youngers today are saying this. No, it's because you're listening to the radio and you're watching all these TV shows, whatever, that are funded by people that aren't looking out for our best interests. So of course they're not gonna show, there's actual proof of like Viacom when they took over MTV and all them things, their VH1 and that, they banned certain artists and certain messages from being in the music. Because beforehand, when we was playing our own things and things were independent, we had pirate radio and stuff like that. Yeah. We was playing all the tunes that was talking about where we come from and what's going on in the streets for real. Now what you hear is drugs and violence. That's and even promote. If you drop stuff in there, if people aren't on the frequency to hear it, then they're only gonna get the drugs. They're only gonna get Percocets and Molly and everything there. That's all they're gonna pick up. So it don't matter if some people put a little hidden thing, like we said Jay-Z, but Jay-Z, you have to get there first. Exactly. And sadly, like the plane that people are on, I know people that wake up, I like drill music. That's what's popping right now. Like I like drill. But I know people that morning till night, you're listening to drill, you're not well, fam. Who wakes up in the morning and is ready for drill? No, you shouldn't be ready. After you know how when you're in a dream, you have a dream, you wake up, bomb drill. No, man. You're not, that's got to be doing bits to your mind, for real though. That's got to be doing bits to your mind.
That's why most of these road men out here are so active to catch a body, because that's all drill music talks
straight
about.
Away.
Why you think every day somebody else getting shanked? There's that constant, you actually had, that's the kill, stop listening to that drill.
Feeding your mind with it all the time.
And listen, I ain't gonna tell you no lie, even when I listen to drill, it makes me feel aggressive.
Because
them lyrics are hard. Like you feel like you can hurt somebody.
Who did me wrong today, fam? Who did me wrong?
Let me go get him.
Aggressive thing. I hate the prison that traps us in sometimes, because I'll talk to somebody that experiences racism and I'll be like, like racism is so much of a part of our reality that it's become a weird pleasure of mine when something racist happens, because now I get to react and get a little bit of my anger out. I wait for somebody to say something. You know them ones there. So like when someone tells me, but I was like, yo, so what'd you do? You know, I mean, someone call me nigga, I'll be like, what'd you do? I'll be like, nah, I didn't do anything, because that's what they want. I'll be like, what do you mean that's what they want? The last thing they want is a broken jaw. You know what I'm saying? Box them in the head and finish it there, you know what I mean? And it annoys me when we do that. No, I did the better thing. You knew the better thing. Do what you felt to do in your soul.
That's what they taught you in them hard working days.
Exactly.
When you get hit, turn the other cheek.
Turn the other cheek, be docile and say, sorry, man.
I mean?
Bun that, bro. Lick in the head, fam. You mad. And then they won't call you that again.
They won't be able to.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to go call someone else. Oh, he didn't do anything. Boom. Bun that. I was like, I'm aggressive because you made me aggressive. You know them ones there. Yes, I will be aggressive.
I work too hard. My back hurts.
That's our problem.
I'm a little grumpy.
Our mind works to how our reflection, like I was talking earlier, you start looking at how someone else sees you. So now you don't want to be aggressive when it's right for you to be aggressive, because you're like, no, that's what they want. What do you mean that's what they want? I'm not worried about what they want. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Who's they? Tell me who they is, then we can sort that out.
And that's the question, yo. Because DJ, even like, I don't even know, that's not the question, but it's a bit into it. This day, DJ Khaled been saying this day for a while. And that's a big clue to everything that's going on, because it's full of secrets. Who's this day? It's this day that put us in this position there where we gotta be aggressive.
They don't want you to win.
They don't want you to be great. They don't want you to be black. You know what I mean? They don't want us to be great. They.
That was a poem, blood. This is really good.
Try,
As a race, as a collective, as a group, How do you think we can change these views and these stereotypes and these labels?
To be honest, it's hard because as black people don't work together. So how would we be collectively changing anything if we can't change the way we live with each other? Because there's black people out here that's killing each other. Like, we can't actually do much collectively because there's not much of us there collectively. Even as black people, we're divided because in the Caribbean, we all think that Bayesians eat monkeys, but I'm not saying they don't, but that's what we all think. It's because of rumors. Like, collectively as a people, I don't think that anytime soon, I should say, that we're gonna come together to change the stereotypes, to change the labels that's been put on us, because we're just not at that mindset yet. We're not at that progression yet, because even though them hard-working days was way back, it still has backlashes now, and that really affects the way we work as one people.
The root is probably in ownership, because how can you rely on better representation or better opportunities or better this, better that if you don't own it? It's as simple as that. We just need to own something and own a lot of things, then support those things that we own. Don't wait for everybody either. That's never gonna happen. No community is all 100% together. That's not how it works. Just own something, get the people that are on job and run with it and keep it going. And be ready for war when they come for you, because they will come for you.
Telling you, black people, they just don't know how to work together. Back in the days, we had businesses and everything. Then we gave it all up.
Well, they bombed half of it and they were in next.
But it's
Honest conversation. Hardly anyone from any race or any of this whatever has honest conversation where you take emotions out of it, you take whatever you've learned when you were younger out of it, have a full open mind and have real conversations without trying to kick off at each other every 2 seconds. Just talk about what you know and talk about what you've learned, and then be open to learn what someone else has learned, and then weigh it up at the end. You'll go away different all the time, and that's all we need.
Yeah.
Well, not all we need.
Because, especially like with the black community as well, it would be hard to teach the youth most things, because the black family is made to be dysfunctional now. They've had this empowerment thing with the black women where they think that it's not like, it should be like they're their own people, where they are, but you need the two together to make the family work and to teach the children, because one mom can't do it alone, one dad can't do it alone. They just can't. You need two of them together to do that, you know what I mean?
Well, I think on that point real quick, it takes a village. I think black people in the past had this community type thing, and they are definitely working to bond that up. See gentrification everywhere, trying to move everybody this place, that place, and now you don't have that community feeling. And we don't have one place like a lot of my Asian friends, their community might have the mosque, for instance, yeah. We don't have one set religion. Everyone's got this and that. So that splits us up in a sense. So we don't have, the closest thing I can think to that is the barbershop. I'm gonna lie to you when it comes to black
To be
community.
honest, yeah, the barbershop or the basketball court.
Real talk, exactly. So we have to do it where we can. If we can have conversations there, which we do when I go to the barbershop, always something going down, we have to have them where we can and try rebuild the community. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty tough, you know. It's pretty tough when everything's just broken down. We have to literally start from scratch. Because to be honest, I don't think the world is where it's supposed to be yet. And I don't think it's going to get anytime soon. We need a couple more generations still. It's like when our kids be about, maybe things will be better, maybe. But until then, sak pasin na bule. You know what I mean?